Hi, I'm Ed. I'm a data scientist at Buhler, and today I'm going to talk to you about Sortex monitoring system, which is our digital service on our Buhler Insights platform for the Sortex machines. So today I'm going to show you how that works. So let's get into it. So first of all, I want to show you how do we collect the data from the machine. So essentially we do that with the Buhler Insights gateway, which you can see here. What we do is connect the machine and the gateway to the same network, and then we have a piece of software which runs on the gateway, which collects data over time from the machine and then converts that into measurable metrics like percent rejected and throughput that we can use to gather insights and set up alerts for the machine. So your Buhler Insights gateway can be placed anywhere inside your factory. It doesn't need to be right next to the machine. It could even be in your server room like here. And up to 5 machines can be connected to a single Buhler Insights gateway. So let's now start collecting data from the machine. So this is our SMS dashboard. It shows various KPIs about the machine. For instance, you can see that in the last 4 hours, the machine processed 36.2 tons of material, and of that material it rejected about 0.1% of the material. It will also calculate what the normal amount of rejections is for this machine for the specific mode, and in addition to that, what a high level mark should be. So above this high level mark we can send you alerts to say that the machine is rejecting more than it usually should do. We can also break the number of rejections down into the different defect types. So for example here you can see that of that 0.1% that's rejected, about 70% was coffee and 30% was rice. We can also see which modes are active on the machine. So as you switch between modes, you'll be able to see when those modes are run, and you can see the ejector rates for the different defects. We can also see the ejector profile, and this is helpful for seeing when you have a feed imbalance. For example, in poor feed, you'll see a lot more of the material going down one side of the chute, which is adverse effects on the reject ratio. In addition to that, we can see the faults which are active on the machine, and this can help you identify problem times in your production. So now I'll show you how changes in machine performance can be seen on the dashboard. For instance, I'll change the machine capacity and I'll spike the input with contaminants. So now we'll analyze the results of changing our machine's configuration. So here we can see the historical throughput, and we can see that when we change the feed rate, the throughput has decreased correspondingly. So in reality, what you'd be able to do with this information is check whether you're going to be on target for your production quota. So you could use this to fine-tune the feed rate such that you're just meeting your production quota and you can get the best quality sorts. Next, we can see the historical percent rejected, and we can see that when we added the coffee beans, the percent rejected increased dramatically. And it's at this point that your operator would have received an alert, which would have told them to go to the machine and check both the machine and the production line. And next, we can drill down into the ejector rates per defect type, and we can see that it was the coffee defect which increased dramatically at the point where we added the coffee. And so here, this could tell you something about what's going on upstream of the process line. So imagine these were stone defects instead. We could see that your destoner perhaps was broken at this point, and this would prompt you to take remedial action on the piece of equipment which had broken down. And so using the ejector profile, we can see the effect of our interrupting the flow. So here we can see down the left side of the chute there's far less material and therefore far less ejections going on, and this can tell you that there's some feed imbalance. Due to this feed imbalance, you'll have a higher rejection ratio because the defects will be more likely to be clustered with the accident material. Sortex monitoring system is also our first step towards a fully autonomous sorter, one which can take data from the rest of your processing line and use that to adjust its sensitivities and other parameters so that it's always acting at peak performance.